I meaning, when I say I, means Sarah, right? I, in terms of the international board. So from, I think there was something I received from Sarah, from Madagascar, if I'm right. And then from South Africa, thank you. From Botswana, thank you. I hope you have asked your mom what is inside the content, because that's what I'm going to be asking you. SWOT analysis for Botswana. So you better consult your mom is here or is gone. Okay. And from Uganda, I think I also received something. Thank you. From Tanzania, thank you. Yes, I can excuse him. Burundi. Did we get the SWOT analysis? Yes. Thank you. Namibia. Yes. Yes and yes. No. Thank you. There was something that came but needed to be revised. Thank you still. And I don't think from Zimbabwe we have. No. Malawi, where is Priscilla? I think Malawi, there was something. Did they finally? Okay. I still thank you for coming. It's on behalf of the gentleman there, Dingiswayo Jerry. And then we have Angola, not yet. Yes, I will need to translate it from Portuguese to English. No, I'm joking. But thank you for your commitment and coming. Kenya, we received something from Annie. Thank you. Chad, we received. Yes, thank you. And Cote d'Ivoire, no, we didn't. Yes, but thank you for coming. I'm always finding the right words to be politically correct. Diplomacy requires and demands that. Thank you. And from Ghana, no, but thank you for coming. Yes, we haven't received that, but the whole idea was now to say there are certain things that have been mentioned on the SWOT analysis that are indicative, especially on the strengths that these countries have, and also the opportunities that are there. Of course, the weaknesses might point to the here and the now, and also the threats that you are facing. But what we are interested in is not so much as where you are, but where you are going in the next 40 years. Now, I will start with Jasper. '70+. Where are you going as ICCC in South Africa? What do you see the Lord, what has the Lord given you as a blueprint download from the Lord? What are you hearing in the Spirit concerning this season for South Africa ICCC, and what strategy has God given you? Thank you. You want, sorry. And from there, it will be Madagascar.
Thank you, John. Yeah, I think I'm happy that we focus not on where we are at, but where we want to go to. Because everybody can tell you what's wrong right now. But I think we're very much driven by the verse that says, where there is no vision, people perish. And what I see around me on a continuous basis is there's currently no kingdom vision clearly verbalized that's so compelling that people want to be part of it. And to the extent that we can verbalize that narrative, that kingdom vision of what the world could be like, people will want to be part of it. Now, that's much easier said than done, because people tend to come from their own framework of their current reality, and it's very difficult to then believe in a bigger vision. But I can just say, based on what's already taking place in South Africa right now. God has blessed us. There's some very good growth. I mean, end of 22, we were basically 3 to 6 active members in South Africa, but God started to just give us favor with people that were called into their gifting and their kingdom ministries, and because we see ourselves as almost a covering that the ICCC provides a covering, a spiritual covering, we reach out to people from various ministries to come alongside them to say, how can we help you? And out of that, a lot of growth has come. So today I would guess our numbers around about 30. But it's the beginning stages of where we want to go. So the vision we are trying to cast, and so every Tuesday morning from 7 to 8, we have an online fellowship with our people from all over South Africa, and people who are actively paid or paid up members then get a chance to share what God laid on their hearts. And some amazing sessions have come out. And then we discuss it, and we pray into that ministry, and we then have communion, and we then also just amongst each other trying to get a feel for what is God's agenda for right now, what do we pray for this week and come going forward. And I believe that's been a big plus, so that people who then join us on the Zoom meeting then want to become part of this bigger vision. So the next phase is then to say, okay, how do we take the virtual and make it real? Because there's a new dynamic when people meet physically. So that's still early stages, but where we can, we organize regular breakfasts and have some sharing, and some good relationships that developed from there, and even offline businesses. So even from the online virtual meetings, people start to hear what someone else is doing and where his heart is at. And from there, people then make contact with each other offline, and that leads to further connection and businesses and collaboration. So where we would like to take it, even just in the next year, is to say we have 9 provinces in South Africa. God blessed us now that we have a physical presence in 6 of those provinces, and we just still pray God to send us the people for the other 3 provinces. So I believe in the principle of that you need to have a legal and a spiritual authority, and that comes from being in that area. So we just trust God for those other 3 provinces, and then in each province to start respecting the fact that each province has got unique needs but also unique opportunities. And then from there we want to then support people with provincial mini conferences that will probably happen over a Friday, Saturday. And I'm even having in my mind a topic to say, we often get a politician to say, I'm going to give you the State of the Nation address, but what's in my heart is to say, we're going to give you a State of the Kingdom address per province or per meeting, and it will never be the same because God is constantly revealing new things to us. So I think that gives a bit of a feeling for where we're going in the next. So God willing, I proclaim it, by next year, November, we want to be 300 people in South Africa, so we can become one of those first Gideon nations, and then from there roll out wherever God wants to. If we can be it as a nation, we can be that as Gideon provinces and stuff like that. And then with the right people, the right skills, the right heart in place, then to reach out with our other brothers and the other countries to say, okay, we are now set up as a trade structure. Let's hear what you are doing, so that in future when people want to do business, they don't call the embassy, they call the ICCC office in a country.
This session is very important for us, Africa. And I just want to see how we are doing on time. You know, we are a big family in Africa. We are extended families like this. How many minutes do we have for this session? 30 minutes? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I will try to give 5. Okay, let's just see. No, you can, yeah, you can do 3. Yes.
Thank you very much. So 2 years ago, I am Nampuina from Madagascar. 2 years ago, we were one representative in Sweden. Then last July, during the 40th anniversary in Örebro, we were 3. And today we are going to be 8. Glory to God. Glory to God. Because even if it's just 3.5 hours away, it's still a long journey for many of us. So we are talking about the present and the future because we have no past, basically. We have identified the main issues in our SWOT, which are, first of all, a wrong theology that is prevalent in the country. If I simplify it, I would say we have many church-goers in Madagascar, but very few disciples, especially in the marketplace. So we convert, we have believers, but believers who do not know where is their calling, what is their calling, and many of them could be businessmen in their calling, but they don't have that prospect and don't have that motivation, that kingdom prospect in their business. So we are all of us, actually. Not all of us are even in business because we have missionaries, businessmen, and teachers in the 8 people that I have mentioned. And we have also, I think this is prophetic, we have one young generation with us. Alisa, can you please stand? Because it's very important, as you know, to father and mother the young generation, and we have a baton that we want to also pass on while we are not all old, as it was said this morning. And okay, so Madagascar has lots of potential, and Madagascar is a nation that can be a blessing to all the nations. We have so much to offer. We have a lot of land available. We have 60%, I think, is lower aged less than 25%, but 60% of the population is under 25, which is a very young labor force, but unfortunately untrained and unskilled. So I guess education, vocational training is going to be one of the major focus of priority for us. We have touristic potential. We have lots of minerals underground. We have agricultural and livestock capacities, but we are not learned. We are not skilled in this, and that's why we take much pleasure in partnering with ICCC South Africa. Every Tuesday morning, there's at least one representative of Madagascar who's taken part of this call because we want to build this friendship, this relationship since now, from the onset, because we know that South Africa not only has a more mature economy, more diversified economy, but also has a greater advance in terms of technology. So you can be our partners in the techniques while we have the resources to do it, and then we can bless the world for that. Maybe a last thing I would like to say is that we are busy formalizing our association, and we are going to proceed into that very soon. We also want to partner. The way we operate in Madagascar is to partner with, to leverage, I would say, existing activities and initiatives, because we have the CBMCs, we have the BLS, we have lots of Christian initiatives that want to develop the workplace and want to bring the kingdom in the marketplace. And we are not alone, and we don't want to do it alone, and we think that there's a power in synergy. So we want to take advantage of all the existing things. We are late, we come after lots of things have been done, and we hope that when we bring our contribution, it's going to foster, it's going to accelerate what has been done. We have so much to accomplish, we have so much to propose. So in our SWOT, we also are going to be very prudent, because business and politics in Madagascar, unfortunately, are the two sides of a coin. And there has been many associations that have actually gone southward because of the meddling of politics into business. So we are going to be very cautious in accepting new members in the ICCC Madagascar, where we want to avoid those who have political agenda to join us, because it's very easy afterwards to be labeled, especially our country being very politically polarized, to be labeled from the ruling party or from the opposition party. Maybe just a very last thing to add with regard to the future. We have a long time ago had this vision of Africa, and you know that Madagascar is off coast of Africa. It's an island off the coast of Africa, and Africa is like a handgun, like a shotgun, and South Africa is where the bullet comes out from. And Madagascar could be that bullet of missionaries that come out of the African continent, that go all over the world. We have received the gospel through the London Missionary Society from England, but we also are we can learn very quickly other cultures. We can learn languages very quickly, and we can be missionaries up to the north, to Africa and beyond Africa, and we can bring that salt and light to other countries. So our vision is to be these bullets and these rockets and missiles that God is going to send across the continent to bring about the kingdom. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much. The Lord likes to throw me into the deep end. I was not prepared for this, but I will do it. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, isn't it? Okay, so with the SWOT analysis for Botswana, I will be looking at my notes, excuse me. The strength, first of all, we thank God that He brought Dr. Kauya and Kauya in Botswana. We say Ntate Kauya and Kauya. So we thank God for that they are in Botswana at such a time as this, and because of their knowledge of the constitution of ICCC and their spiritual maturity, and just knowing the vision of what ICCC is all about, that gives Botswana a great platform to be able to grow in ICCC. So the other things that also give us that strength is the credible networks. We know both of them, but more so Mr. Kauya, he's a people's person, so he builds networks so easily. Is that not so? So that's how I got to know him. So he has built relationships with people in the political space. He knows a lot of them in the spiritual spaces. So that also is an added value to give ICCC strength to be able to grow so fast in Botswana. And also the fact that the governance in Botswana is good and it's stable. We have political stability in Botswana. So it's an environment that is favorable, that will allow ICCC to grow in Botswana. And so the other thing is that high digital connectivity, SIM penetration of 166%, and the rollout of 5G corridors from Gaborone. Gaborone is the capital city of Botswana, to Francistown, that's one of the cities there, enables cost-effective hybrid events and online discipleships. So we can be able to reach young people or just anybody in Botswana using the internet there in Botswana. So it extends ICCC's reach far beyond just the physical meetings. The weaknesses that we are experiencing there in Botswana, we have the leadership concentration risk. So the ministry is still largely identified with the Kauyas, a limited pool of mature Botswana leaders. They restrict succession planning and long-term continuity. The only Botswana successor, which is Cecilia Ramatlaping, has pursued a different calling, leaving a leadership vacuum. And personally from Botswana, one thing that I know is that sometimes when people who are from another country, when they want to introduce something that is good for the country, Botswana have this thing which I ask that you pray for us, where they get to shun that. Because they'll be looking at the fact that it is being started by people from Malawi. Instead of just embracing that, they are bringing something that is going to benefit the whole entire country. So this one lady that Cecilia Ramatlapeng, she decided to pursue a different calling, so that now gets to limit the growth of ICCC in Botswana. And the unregistered legal status, past attempts before couldn't work out because of the fact that when we wanted to go and register ICCC, the word Christianity, they are like, no, we cannot allow you to register anything under the Companies Act with the name Christian. So that is sort of like delayed us from being able to register ICCC in Botswana. So also the economic exposure, the reliance on the membership fees, it makes it very hard because in Botswana, the diamond revenues, they have fallen downward for a very long time in Botswana, depended on the revenue that was coming from the diamonds. And now I think we have a rude awakening because we have these lab-grown diamonds out there, and Botswana is like, who is going to be buying our diamonds now? So people really don't have money to be able to contribute some finances for what we are doing through ICCC. When we look at the opportunities that we have the growing faith among the young people. There's a church that I'm part of, which is called Kingdom City. The age group among that church group is from 15 to 35-year-olds. So it provides a broad recruitment base for ICCC young professionals. And because of their passion and their love for Christ, what ICCC is bringing is something that is different that they've never seen before. So we thank God for Kingdom City. The other one is Latent Peer Evangelist. So pre-pandemic ICCC alumni, there's a young man called Murekuludi who was working for Kauya and Partners. He also has the leadership capacity. He has been with ICCC from its conception. So because of that, he's able to recruit other young people to come and join ICCC. Because of his age, it's easier for young people to call young people to do what the other young person is doing than if we were to say the Kauyas, they go and they call young people, and you know how young people are like when they are called by the elderly people to come for something good, isn't it? So the other one, strategic partnerships. There's in Botswana, we have Evangelical Fellowship, which is IEFB, and ICSL, which is a school that the Kauyas have started. It gives ICCC that opportunity to be able to channel it nationwide. Evangelical Fellowship of Botswana, it's a platform for all the different churches in Botswana, so they are able to spread the word about ICCC through that platform. And also the government last year, through the regime that just left, they had introduced what they called reset and reclaim agenda. So because of that, it ended up revamping the youth enterprise schemes, which in Botswana there's one we call Youth Development Fund and Youth Development Fund, and other ones are called CEDA grants. So that was also offered the ICCC scope to provide kingdom-centered mentoring aligned with public funding streams. And also AFCFTA implementation. Botswana's 2025 national strategy positions the country for regional value chain integration, and ICCC can equip members for cross-border trade and seed new chapters in neighboring markets. Now let's look at the threats. What is it that is threatening ICCC in Botswana? The first one is shrinking disposable incomes. The youth unemployment, because of the shrinking diamond revenue, it has gone so high. So it has slowed down and reduced the ability of Botswana to be able to participate because they don't have money. Like right now, you are looking at just me alone, okay? Well, not just alone, I came with the Kauyas, but I wish we had more young people who were part of what we are doing. But because of the lack of funds, that is why they are not here. So the financial restraints is one of the threats to ICCC's growth in Botswana. Geopolitical polarization. The Israel-Hamas conflict may heighten resistance to openly pro-Israel Christian organizations such as ICCC. When you start talking about Israel, you are sort of like making people to hate you for nothing, because now they are thinking you hate the Palestinians and all of that, and you know what happens next, right? So because of that, that is one of the threats. And then secularization and dependency culture, a hedonistic social media narrative and reliance on state safety nets and can dampen appetite for marketplace discipleship. Climate shocks, and now in Botswana there is a bit of drought. So the successive droughts which have happened since 2023 to 2024 and also have been spreading all across the country, it has stretched our public funds such that whatever problem we have in Botswana, the money that comes in, they want to go and use it to alleviate the drought issues there. So the young people, whenever they have money and they're told, oh, there's a conference in South Africa, they think twice about coming here because they feel like this money, I'm supposed to be using it for food, for this and that. Then they don't want to participate in such kind of activities or the ICCC activities that we put together in Botswana. The final threat is that it's for the tighter regulation. The 2022 Societies Act in Botswana, which is and its stringent residency and theological qualification requirements, increased compliance costs for needed to print and okay, this one, I don't know what they were saying. But so that, I believe what I was sharing made sense. So the Societies Act made it so hard for us to be able to register ICCC in Botswana. So we believe that from all the things that we've been learning here, we have come to learn that everything that is of God, first of all, it starts in the spirit realm. So when we leave this place, or with all of us here from different nations, with your help in prayers, we believe that we'll be able to conquer some of the Bible says we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. So we'll be able to conquer the principalities, the powers, the forces of darkness that are fighting ICCC in Botswana. And next time we will be having a different story. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and make sure when you're next, just take 5 minutes maximum. Otherwise, or even 2 minutes, right? So that Uncle Clement doesn't beat me. Now he's a good uncle. So please, 2 minutes on the future. Okay. Thank you, Colin from Uganda.
Thank you all. I will just go straight to the opportunities. This year we decided as a board to be able to start telling the ICCC story online. And we're happy to say that we're the ones who have pioneered this African conference online. And we are happy to say that we have got very good feedback. And our desire starting this year is to tell the ICCC story, both locally and internationally, because we believe there is a gap. We also want to leverage the 20 years of experience we've had in ICCC. I always tell people I've grown up in ICCC. I got married, studied all in ICCC. And the opportunities we have seen need now to stop us being a small club. And 3 weeks ago when John visited us, we were trying to make sure that we don't look like a club. We made sure that we can be able to represent what ICCC stands for beyond us being a club. So what we've started doing is to reach out to business people who are Christians so that we can tell their stories. Back home, many people believe that no successful Christians are in business. So now what we have started doing is to start telling the stories through the work people do, and also visit these businesses. Every Thursday from 7 to 8, we meet, but also have dedicated the last Thursday of every month to discuss the businesses of our members. Also going forward, in the opportunities, our members have offered their venues to be able to run business clinics. So we do a survey and are able to determine what are the pains of our Christians in business and how do we deal with them. We've also started partnering with one of our members to do youth empowerment programs for the young people through her company called Discovery, to be able to help the youth to discover themselves and how they can approach business as Christians. We also have decided to collaborate with different churches, universities, and forums to be able to instill what it means to do business as Christians. So through unity, and now most of our members have been called upon to sit on boards of these different forums and churches, because we are trying to make sure we are relevant. Also, ICCC in Uganda, as an opportunity, has realized that family is an important part of what we are trying to build as we build next generation. So at least every quarter, we have a family event where we invite all our members with their families to interact so that we can bond and build generational leadership. Also, we realize that many of our members have or are approaching senior age and need exercise. We started an exercise club under ICCC, which happens every Monday, and which has been a very interesting thing, because most of our members didn't want to go to the gym because the gyms play secular music. So now they have the opportunity to determine their playlists, have a Christian coach who comes to coach them, and it's been 3 months of success. We thank God.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Grace Kileo, and I'm the Secretary General for ICCC Tanzania chapter. I will quickly go through what we are doing as a chapter in Tanzania. It is still at its very nascent stage, but what we've decided to do this year as a leadership team for ICCC in Tanzania is to conduct what we call momentum series, and this is to communicate and cement the ICCC vision and mission to the business community of believers in Tanzania. So each month we have a session, what we call the ICCC Momentum Event Series, whereby we invite speakers from different marketplace leaders, both entrepreneurs and non-entrepreneurs, and we select a topic in line with the vision of ICCC to discuss the topic, and we invite people, and we have seen a very good reception and turnout of people. And as a country, the economic trajectory is very good. It's going very well under the leadership of our President, Mama Samia Suluhu. And this year, the good thing is as a country, we have launched our Tanzania 2050 vision for the country for 2050. So we are as ICCC, we are really placed at a good time to bring in the faith agenda into the marketplace, and we believe it is the time for believers to take their position in the marketplace. In terms of challenges, the main challenge that we face, as my colleague here said, in their country they face the challenge whereby a number of people do not believe Christians can become successful entrepreneurs, or they can occupy position in corporation, big position of influence. We also face the challenge since time memorial, Christians were seen as people who just sing in churches, speak in tongues, and that's it. So there was no more than the walls of the church. So the vision and the mission of ICCC is sort of very new to the community, to the people. Like, oh, you're Christians. Oh, you also want to occupy this position. You also want to become successful business people. So it's a wall that we need to break. So that's one of the threats that we're facing in the country. So we, in terms of, I've spoken about the economic trajectory of the country, and the country is quite open. We have seen the growth, and we are seeing the growth in terms of different sectors in the economy, be it oil and gas, mining, agriculture, and so on. So yeah, We want to place ourselves as a ICCC, as one has said, that we want to play, if anyone wants to do business in Tanzania from a faith perspective, we want to place ourselves as a chamber that is a contact person instead of embassies and the likes. Thank you very much.
Again, my name is Jeremiah Sambo from Zambia. ICCC in Zambia was non-existent, is non-existent. I heard about it a few days ago as I attended a conference where Dr. John was a speaker. And after networking, we talked and he introduced me to it. He sent me a brochure and I said, I like the speakers there. I like the vision. Let me go ahead and see. And I must say, what is on the brochure is what I find on the ground. Strengths. That being said, I might call myself the only member of Zambia ICCC. Strengths are that it doesn't take much to know that I am a young man. The hair might throw me off, the smile, I'm not sure which one. But the fact that I am young means I have a lot of friends, colleagues that can become part of this great movement, which I have inducted myself in, whether you want me or not. Yeah, long story short, we are going to formalize it in Zambia, and you'll be hearing many more testimonies from us.
Thank you. Nazer from Burundi. ICCC Burundi, in 2 years, it will have 20 years of existence. So we are not young, but we are still young in achieving the vision of ICCC. In my country, we have so many challenges. And we look at ICCC as an answer to our challenges. So that we have learned that you have a clinic to heal the businesses which are ill. I make a call to ICCC network, especially to the leadership, just to come and to assist us, because even not the existing business, although the young people, because we have taught the young generation, and we have more than 200 young people we have taught in TWL. Even though the teachings are still going on, and what they are asking us is that, but after TWL, what will be next? So now we are in discussion with Jason. Where is Jason? Just to help us to bring another solution with Business Development Center, because our members, even those who we have taught, are asking us how to apply, to put into action what they have learned so far. And the vision of ICCC is mainly, if I have understood well, is to put vision before provision. So if we can, if they have got the vision right, the ICCC vision right, now I think that we can help them by providing what is needed, because as you have said, my people is dying because of a lack of vision. So for the future, to us, we have economic situation which also we need to face. And the first solution for us as members of ICCC inside is to look at a spiritual warfare in order to face those giants which are facing us. Because I can't go in details, perhaps we get the next 2 days to that, but my call to the board, to my brothers here, is to help us to put into action our ICCC calling within my nation. Thank you very much.
So don't worry about the time, because we say now it's 5 o'clock for the next program, which was vision casting, which I should be leading. So that time, that 30 minutes, is better we concentrate on this. It's important. So we still have 30 minutes. Please, from the Kingdom of Lesotho, welcome. Thank you. I think, can you speak on Zimbabwe and not Namibia for now? Right?
Good afternoon again. My name is Blessing. Zimbabwe has great potential in terms of resources, but also a growing population. The youth there, unfortunately, is unemployed. The unemployment rate is very high. But because of the situation in the country, everybody is a hustler. So the entrepreneurial spirit is there. So I think ICCC really will do a great impact, especially for the youth. Currently, ICCC has been dormant for quite a while. So we're still in the infant stages. So it's just to put in some structures, to put in some systems in place. But there's great potential. So the vision in the future is to have, the youth in key areas of the economy, especially in mining, agriculture, so that if we have Christians in those key areas, we know the wealth transfer really will take place in the country. So far, we haven't done much, but we believe in the next year, something concrete will come forth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, blessed men and women of God. My name again is Gilton Chakaza from Malawi, the warm heart of Africa. We are very warm-hearted people, and that's a big opportunity for us. And we believe that ICCC is going to come out with a bang from Malawi. We're not doing much. We are quite new here. I've got my two colleagues, Reverend Makboan Mlala, who is there, and the Reverend Crispin Baswell Band over there. And of course, not forgetting Priscilla Kauya, Doctor, and Dr. Kauya John. So we are 5 of us from the warm heart of Africa. Are you feeling the warmth? Great. So So not much to say, but basically to just assure you that Malawi is going to come out with a bang and very strong. And we believe we're going to beat each and every nation. We're going to be number one in the world in advancing the agenda for ICCC. We adopt the brochures and the structures and everything with the vision and the mission and the goals, objectives and the values and everything put together. We'll make sure that we strive to lead and be number one. So we just want to urge you to assist us and to help us moving forward. We believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the call for ICCC, the vision, is a divine arrangement from God. I want to take this as a divine appointment for us as Christians in this world to bring an impact to the world. Many have been times before whereby we have laid the other leaders and Christians, people who are not born again, who are not Christians, don't believe God to lead us. Time has come for us to stand up and let them consult us. Governments must consult ICCC. Organizations must consult ICCC in whatever they do. When they go for meetings to UN and every other place, they must have a delegation from ICCC. We can advise the world on what to do, because in us, the one who is in us is greater than the one who is in the world. There are three things we need to make sure that we do not miss. There is time, energy, and money. So each and every level, when you're young, you have the time, you've got energy, not the money. When you're moving in the middle, you have got the energy, you've got the money, you've got the time. Let's do the best with that. As you grow old, you may have all the time, not much of the money, not much of the energy. But at least you have, after putting a lot of strides, then you pass on the baton and you move on. Honestly, Malawi is coming with a bang. Trust me. We'll never be the same anymore. The opportunity in Malawi is huge. The opportunity in Malawi is quite good. We've got warm-hearted people, good Areborand, good fresh water like Malawi, good people, nice language, Christian, born again, whatever it takes. Come to Malawi, I invite you. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Marco Moku from Angola. ICC in Angola still a baby. We need a lot to do. I'm the only person. We also have a language barrier. We speak Portuguese and you must speak English. So it's a very big barrier. But I think that I will work with Gilberto to help me to establish it. And I have a very big homework to do. Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from me, Nairobi, Kenya. What I would wish to say is that Jesus said there are only two masters in the world. One master is God and the other master is money. There are only two masters. And so therefore we have a choice throughout the world, either to be mastered by money or to be mastered by God. And therefore, as much as I love ICCC, there are some areas that perhaps, let me first start by saying this, that ICCC in Kenya was registered in 1985. It has been old, it has been there for many years. I do recall my brother Nazar Kibuti was in the international board for many years. And I do recall again in 1995, if I'm not wrong, 1995, 1997, there was a move to move into Burundi, Benin, a nation that I represent, Liberia, a nation that I know very well, and therefore try and help the people of those nations. And there was a move towards that effect. There were, Triple C, from right away from the head office, had prepared documents and papers that were presented by to those governments, and they accepted the offer that we were going to give, but somehow it never materialized completely. But I do know that in Rwanda, it was established, and we established a college, which is still existing up to this day. And what used to happen is that people from Nairobi, ICCC will go to Rwanda for 1 month, assist in the college, then come back. So of course it was very vibrant. But over the last 3 years, I want to be fast. Over the last 3 years, what has happened is that we had a change in 2 years, in fact. We had a change in management, and therefore that's why I'm alone here, because there have been a change. There have been some elections. There are new officials who have been elected, but they have not sat properly in those offices. But I do believe that sooner or later the Sheba will be up and running, and so that's the status of our Sheba in Nairobi. Besides that, I help, or rather have been appointed to help John within East Africa. I have 9 countries within East Africa and 1 country in West Africa. So I have 10 countries to oversee. So if you hear that Uganda has done very well, or Tanzania has done very well, the credit comes to me. Now, allow me to say one thing. In 2005, we had a conference in Ghana. And I thought, because I was the treasurer of ICCC Kenya, that if I could get some cheap money, because everybody was talking about, when they came, we were more than 60 members. They all came because they thought that being a Chamber of Commerce, there was money. Because the other Chamber of Commerce out there in the country, in the nation, advances some small monies, some loans to their members. And when these 60 members came in, that was the intention, that they are going to be assisted. But they only realized too late that ICCC, although it's a Christian Chamber of Commerce like any other, but they don't give loans. So we saw the number drop from 30 to about 20 within a very short period. But after that, we had a conference in Ghana. And I did go to Ghana, and I thought that I would have a session with the president, the global president from the international office, and share the idea that if they could give us if they could allow us some credit, maybe from some place in the US, in Europe, at about 3%, then you pay at 5%, that would do the trick. But you know what happened? The previous night, the president did share his own testimony. He says he was a contractor. He was a contractor. And he traveled around the world, about 7 to 8 months in a year, so that he doesn't stay in the US to manage his businesses. But the more he travels, the more the business grows. And when he went back, he realized that business had really grown. And therefore he said, it's not a question of money. Money does not come in. It's a question of aligning our lives with the purposes of God. And he gave an example. In the event, assuming that hypothetically, that God comes in, or the will of God comes in through that widow, and you are stationed here, and you keep on praying forever, you keep during the day and pray during the night, as long as your purposes and your life is not aligned with your purposes, God's purposes for you, he will be on that widow and you are here. So when the benefits are discharged from that widow, you will not be a partaker because you are not there in the first place, because you have not aligned your life with the purposes of God. So when he said that, he said, I still remember, that it would be futile for anyone here among ourselves to say that we shall loan you some money, we will loan you some money, because all we need to do is to align our lives to the purposes of God. And the resources belong to God. Everything belongs to God upon the surface of the earth. I hear my sister Mary Magdalene, saying that they have no need for diamonds because they are not fetching any money. Bring them to me. Okay? Now, all I'm saying, I'm cracking a joke. All I'm saying, that I learned, therefore, Even when the president earlier had asked whether there are people who wanted to meet him, I had said I was going to meet him. So I met him the following day, early in the morning at 6 o'clock, is when he was meeting chambers from across the world. And when I went there, I didn't know what to tell him, because I already learned that it is not a question of money, it's a question of aligning our lives with the purposes of God. And therefore, I sat there, I didn't have a word to tell him. And I did not share that what was in my heart then, I did not share, because it could have been overtaken by events. I already had an answer. The answer was, align your life, that's mine and you and everybody else, with the purposes of God, then you are going to partake of the resources of God, because they will pass through that window, and you are calling through this other end. So all what I'm saying is, we have challenges with the Chamber of Commerce everywhere, not even here, not only in Africa. You look at the most other nations, even in the US, there's a time they had only about 2 people. I'm finishing. They had only about 2 members or 3 members. Why? Because we are driven, and I want to be sincere, I hope I'm not the only one, we are driven by the purposes that I do this, and God will do this for me. So when you do this, and you do that, and you do the other one, you come to South Africa, you spend your own money, and God does not come your way, then you have a tendency to feel let down. Then you leave. I rest my case. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Armand, coming from Chad. We are 3 people here. So Chad is a French-speaking country, or an Arabic-speaking country. Last year, I went to Botswana. I met Brother John. He came to Chad last year. And this year, at July, we launched ICCC in Chad. Chad, at this moment, we have 2 big challenges about I can say that the challenge is like a legacy we receive for the first French people coming to Chad preaching gospel. The first legacy we are facing is that if you need to be a good Christian, you cannot involve in political area. The second legacy we are facing is that if you need to be a good Christian, you cannot involve in entrepreneurship. So, church is very weak. In December, we settled our last new parliament. At this moment, we have 188 deputies in this parliament. We cannot find more than 5 Christians. This week, on Monday, the National Assembly modified the constitution to let the president be at the throne when as he wants. So at this moment, we are facing many social tension in our country, and for us, we have the lot of the lot of possibility. The land, we have the big land. We have 17 people. In 17,000 to 17,000 people, you have 55% are Muslim people. And we have also many minerals resources. But the problem, we are less influent in the country. So for us, ICC is the key. We are praying to set up the school about entrepreneurship. We are praying to set up a platform about how to involve in governance and leadership. So we are here to let you know that we need your support in prayer, your experience. Also, you can share with us how we can involve in this country, because the situation is many of challenges we are facing. So thank you for your prayer. And we need, after 65 years after independence, to see our country change the visage. Thank you.
lady here, sorry, could jump up if you switch up your places, because these are not visible from the camera.
Okay, okay.
So just if you can jump up there when you are talking. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so we are hoping our target that we're supposed to finish at 5 this session, but we are hoping that we will finish this left remaining ones so that we have at least 10 minutes for questions from you. So let's see what happens, but we'll try our best so that, but we need to complete this process. Yes, who was the next? Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire.
Good evening, everybody. I will be very short because I don't speak English very well. And in my country, Côte d'Ivoire, we are in West Africa. It was, as I heard, very influent. ICCC was very influent in the past, but for the last, since the last 5 to 10 years, we are shut down, if I can say that. All our elders are nowhere, no more with us, and by God's grace, our elder, Mr. Kone Mardoché, attended an international meeting in Finland. So he gave us a feedback and engaged himself, took the engagement to mentor us, as we are very the new bureau. The new board in Côte d'Ivoire is very new, and we need very support. It took years for us, but finally we made it. We create a club for investment and financement for the members, and also the ICC Business Academy to help us with training. It is payant. On paye. We pay it. We pay fees to attend, but since we have done free sessions, we don't have subscription for the moment, but we know that God will do. We think when we analyze the situation, we think that it is spiritual. So we stand in the prayer to have revelation from God to show us what really is our problem, why we can't soar again, so rise again. So it is the situation, but we want to work hard. Each Tuesday we have what we call la matinale de prière. We pray together online with WhatsApp, and each month we have a prayer session in presence. We meet in together to pray for our business, our work, etc., and for our partners, because we have some partners like Full Gospel and other structures, Christian structures, who want to work with us. So we pray for them as we pray for ourselves. And to finish, we have we have the comment dire the need to oui ok oui, en tout cas, d'accord, ok. On a vraiment envie de s'en sortir.
We really want to make it.
Yes.
And
so we persevere. even if it. Donc on persévère, on persévère. Oui, oui, je me suis dit, on persévère, c'est vrai que
So we persevere. It's not easy,
but we will make it.
but we will make it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Hausit Mapola from the Mountain Kingdom of Lesotho. Me Priscilla Lentate John, when they introduced this ICC to me, I learned a lot out of it. I like to serve my God as a human being. So out of that, things that they showed me out of it, we are only 2 months old. Don't expect much. But we have just come to learn so that we can go and implement. That is very, very thing that I learned, that without not participating, I will not understand the mission and the role of ICC. So we are here, but very fortunately, I came with 2 gentlemen from the Business Forum, the chairperson of Business Forum, Mohotlong, you know, where we build these big dams and do all the construction issues and the rest up there in the mountain. You know, South Africa, we sell you water. So here is the check. Can you please 2 guys stand up? And then those 2 guys, thank you. They are playing a vital role in the community, that out of all those projects that they are there, they are just bringing people together so that everyone must have a stake of a little income out of what is the project is doing there. That is very, very impacting the economy of our country. And I like what they are doing, because they have showed love to the community, that they should not leave their community just like that. So the other gentleman is from Mohotlong Business Forum, where he's been designated by the DA, District Administrator. And then the other gentleman is from Bahaladi and Batlokwa group of companies, where they bring all this construction and everything. If the project is looking for something, they will just push someone who's going to do that. If they don't have a capacity, they will bring some other people from different districts so that they can help the project to be ongoing. So they more act as an agent to the community, to the business sector. So we are here to learn. I said we are only 2 months. We are here to learn. Remember, our country, same as any other country in Africa, unemployment is a problem. So we are facing the young professionals and human empowerment as a key issue that we want to, that even though they are more on construction, if they can be able to pull that community as well in what they are doing, we think that we learn. The only thing that I think is it's key training. People like to do business, but they don't do it godly way. They do it in another way, and they fail, and they don't see the way forward. So we are here to learn and ask you, the ICC, to help us in training needs that are needed that side, so that we come out with something we are going to implement. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I am Clement Finbando from Ghana. Ghana had, we struggled when COVID came, and that was where we decided last year to relaunch. So we did relaunch last year, and after the relaunch, we've seen some kind of steady growth. And that steady growth is basically, that is what is motivating us to move on. We are picking good, very talented young men, and our vision basically is for the youth. So we are trying as much as possible to make the youth, encourage the youth to join so that it will have future. That is exactly what we are doing currently. One thing I've realized in our continent, Africa, is that we are politically free, but not economically free. Our freedom is basically political. When somebody get the opportunity to sit on the seat, I don't know whether there's some demons on the seat that when they are going to sit, they have all the assurance. But when they sit on the seat, different thing happens. So basically, what we have to do as Christians, because basically we Christians are the driving force. I remember when Abraham was asking God for a relief for Sodom and Gomorrah, he said something. He said, even if 10 people are faithful, will you still destroy the land? He says no. If God has a vision, his vision is for the believers. Basically, even when Jesus came, the first people he contacted them was Jews, because he realized that the Jews that have eye on him. So he came to the Jews until he decided to take Paul on the route of building the Gentiles too to come in, because the Jews were becoming stubborn. So all that I'm saying is that Africa, we need to work consciously on our economy. So we, ICC, have a vision to accomplish, and that is what ICC should focus on. Basically, try to help each other. We have to work together, each other. What we are doing is I said it yesterday, we are building structures bit by bit, step by step. And what we are doing is, if we see somebody has the potential to develop, we will help the person to develop, so that as we grow on, we will build a formidable team in the future. So our focus is on the youth, and we are trying to be, as the leaders said, we were saying mentoring, but now we are changing the mentoring to father and mothering. We are fathering and mothering the youth to take the mantle. So our vision is to ensure that the youth take the mantle. Thank you.
For this session. Yes?
Then we have 10 minutes delay for the dinner, but I think that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, right? So we're going to take 5 or 10 minutes for just questions. Then we'll have a 10-minute delay for dinner. So we want to hear from you. Any questions you want to ask about Africa? So let me see. Yes, please. The question should just be to the point. I need not a preaching. I want bread from Ghana. Can you supply me? I'm not saying we should say, but I saw you. Yeah, so to the point, please. So if you see me cutting anyone, you respect that I've got only 10 minutes and it's a borrowed time. It's not, it's a, yeah, thank you. If you can come quickly, please. Yeah, you should come.
As the discussion was going on, I believe that the Lord pressed on me to write a few things to expect. So these were the things I began to write as the Lord spoke. And he said, God has a blueprint for Africa. One that will be new Africa's rise will be sudden and swift. Africa's rise will be unconventional. So we shouldn't look out for formulas and the way things have been done in the past. Don't worry about the leaders you have now. The revival God is bringing will make bad leaders irrelevant. I will remove them myself. In this continent will be stories of the use of base things, the foolish things of this world, and the unregarded things to confound the wise. And I believe that this is what is being manifest all over the continent. Thank you.
Please, can you share those thoughts to me? It's important for the countries to take that and the rest of us, the family. Yes, please, if you want to speak, come to me. Whoever comes first, take the mic. And also, if you are online, if they have a question, let me know. Is it? Yes. Who came first? You came first?
I don't know. Isn't it just exciting when we can get all the guys telling us about Africa and the youth, and having Europe here who've got all the experience but none of the faith left. So we manufacture a healing tonic, and this healing tonic does some incredible stuff for people. And we want to take this product throughout Africa and to teach the youth to be entrepreneurs and to use this tonic to heal themselves. Fulvik has been there. We welcome you all to come and have a look and see. And we're all about healing the land and healing the people. Our land is terrible, so what we're putting into our bodies is terrible. We've been using fertilizers and stuff that really doesn't allow us to mineralize and get what we need. So we've developed these products. Really, they are incredible. Come and get some of the testimonies, download some of the stuff off the website. But this is the opportunity to create entrepreneurs from day one. We've got a very simple formula. You buy 5, you sell 5, you make money from the 5. It's enough to now get 6 and have some money. If you buy 20, you get a discount on the price on 5. It's a very simple multi-level marketing, and it works. So we're very excited, and we're encouraging Europe to help us find funding to drive the price of this down. Because if we're making 1 million units a month, it costs less, which means our entrepreneurs make more, and more people are getting the healing tonic. Now, I know the healer, and I'm giving this back to you.
Thank you very much for that. I'm sure you will contact the national leaders for the connections for the countries. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't have a question for you, but I want to tell you about a solution that happened in South Africa. We had a town that was run down, sewage in the streets. And what the local people did was they taught the people how to get jobs and how to keep their jobs. So your biggest problem that you're saying, Africa, is unemployment and lack of skills. The guys of Howick taught their people how to keep their jobs. They enrolled them for 50 Rand on a 6 weeks course. 50 Rand. They taught them how to have a good attitude. They taught them how to help, how to clean, how to use woodworking materials, how to iron, how to wash dishes, how to do gardens, how to sharpen tools. stuff that we don't teach. Okay. The solution to the unemployment and lack of skills in Africa is teaching basic skills, not fancy skills. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have 3 more minutes. And if anyone else, the last person for now. Yes, please. Anyone who comes to me. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, just to the point, questions.
100%. So the one thing, and I want to ask a couple of questions, but it's actually to everybody, because the one thing that I missed what we said, what are we going to do in Africa, is a 5-year or a 10-year or a 20-year or a 40-year plan, because that was one of the questions what we started, and for me it wasn't answered. So I don't know if anybody, because it more looked like a SWOT analysis that we were doing than really like a vision. Where are we going in Africa and what are we going to do? So I don't know if anybody in the countries has looked at where do we want to be in 5 years? You know, in what sector do we want to go? If we look at the ecclesia, is going to be there a plan in media? Is there going to be a plan in business? Is there going to be a plan in government? And how are we looking to infiltrate all the sectors of life? So Jasper, I know we've been discussing it quite a bit, so I think Jasper's going to be kind of the best guy to answer my question. But I don't know if there's any other people that's got a vision for 5 or for 10 years of where do the ICCC need to be, what is going to be our influence, because we analyze the problem, but we don't bring in the solutions and the vision forward for how do we want to grow it.
You want to answer for, yeah. Our whole day. Mike, no.
Okay. What I'm about to say is not what we Tanzania are doing yet, but it's something that God has been putting it in my heart. Okay. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. So there is currently in the world there is a very pressing agenda, sustainable development. If you look at that vision, which is created by the UN, they have created target goals which have infiltrated into organization, and it has become so huge. For us who are working in banks, different corporation, it is #1 agenda in everything. So God has put it in my heart that what we as faith believers can do in order to reach out and to also infiltrate Christian values in that agenda. They talk about better living, better, house, unemployment rate, reducing this and that. But we all know that any sustainable development in the world cannot be brought out by just mere actions, but from Christian values. So how are we, as Christian and as ICCC, put up the Christian values and agenda into the sustainable development goals?
We have to, yes, just a question. You want to ask a question? The last question?
It's not a question, but it's just something I'm adding up. My name is Peter. Yeah? I'm just adding up something. Okay. For Africa. My name is Peter. I believe in doing things in family. We have a company. It's a family company. It has been there for 20 years. And I believe to change Africa in family way. So we also trying to push our company to other country. So we are looking for partners in Africa who want to do business in a family way.
Thank you.
Can I continue on your topic when you have now ended? So, yeah, we'll continue small.
Okay.
But you want to have some closing words for this?
Oh, okay.
Okay. From the international board side, we hear you, and we hear you what you're saying. I have a question for you. Now, Mr. Linus Oman is not here, who is responsible for TWL, but how many countries have done a TWL course? Raise your hand. If you transform working life. Have you had fruits of transformed working life? Yes. That's normally the outcome of having a good transformed working life. Sorry, yeah, spoke with them. So, the transformed working life, we have new material coming from the transformed working life. We've been working forward, having it even more compact and compelling with new episodes coming out. And we actually have a short video presentation here, an intro. So you will get a glimpse of what's coming. But we, of course, urge you all to take part of this coming TWL education. It's available. It will be online. It will be for everyone. We will work continuously with the language things. We will collaborate with the French so that we can get the French models coming out. And we will most probably have work also with Portuguese. So we have that, we have acknowledged that, and we try to work with the resources we have so that we would be able to provide that also. So this is very important, and I think that you should take this really as a thing. It's available. If you want change, be ready to take action for that change and move forward. Educate your people. That's how you get the values, the Christian values to the workplace. You need the skills also, as you said, the practical skills. But you need to change the hearts. And we have tools for that. We can help you. So, we are finished, John.